Entrance into a multi-level marketing cult pyramid scheme often happens just starting as a customer, where you're not even interested in selling the products. You're not even interested in signing up for the discount. You just want to try something, maybe whatever it is that's called to you, that you think, oh, maybe I would like to lose some extra weight. Maybe I would like to improve my skin, or, grow my hair, whatever it is that hooks you. You can then, that can be the entry, the gateway into then becoming full blown into one of these MLM cults. And pretty soon, in a short period of time, I'm talking a matter of months, you can change. Your personality can change, your behavior changes, and your whole world becomes about the cult, talking about the products incessantly, talking about the opportunity, taking all this mindset training and personal development, waking up early to attend Zoom call trainings, and thinking that these leaders that are giving their time so freely to help you grow are like gods, that they vibrate at a higher frequency. You become somebody that you were not like a few months ago. And it can happen like that. And it can happen just by you trying a product. Make Wellness is one of these MLM pyramid schemes, these cults that I infiltrated one of their Facebook groups. And it was like their main one. I got a lot of screenshots, and then I began making content about them. I was very quickly kicked out of the group and then blocked. But I joined one of their teams called Team Impact, and I've been making content on them, about this. Just keep showing what they keep putting in there for their recruits, to train them on, to encourage them to do daily activities. And it just takes more and more of their time. So what I wanted to show you for this video is what an average participant that is recruited into Make Wellness, that is joined up or with this team impact, and they have access to all these free resources. So they'll feel really grateful that these leaders on this team are so generous and have provided all this information for them. And you're very quickly going to see how there is no other option but for this cult to take priority over your life, because there's just not enough hours in the day. It will also give you a really good idea of how so many of us, when we get involved in multi-level marketing, how good we get at doing more and more things. It does take over our lives, and how it can be, when you leave, you're like at loose ends. You don't need to do any of this stuff anymore. That a lot of this stuff, it was just useless activity. You're capable of so much. You've stretched out of this comfort zone. It was like not even a comfort zone, like this hard ceiling of like, it should be limit, just like you need to rest after this. We've made this elastic, and it's like a loose big pair of pantyhose that you've worn, for too many days in a row, and they just bag out. There's nothing to like snap you back to reality. So when you come out of one of these things, it's like, how do I even rest? I think I'm resting, but then I'm like, okay, I'm just so used to doing all this activity. But it's like it's bred into your body. It's not just a matter of like, well, take some rest, watch some Netflix, keep your feet up, waste time, like enjoy learning how to waste time instead of having to be happy and productive in every single thing that you do. It's almost like a muscle memory, I find, for many of us. So anyway, without further ado, this is when you go into Team Impact, and to give you what participants are expected to do, their daily activities, their daily method of operation that they're encouraged to do, and then the content calendar. They are giving people ideas of what content they can create every single day. This is going to take time. Now, when I was in multi-level marketing, I would have found something like this extremely helpful and think like, well, this is so amazing. They're giving me these ideas. But you're going to also see how much time this is going to just take for a participant every day to come up with, okay, what am I going to talk about in my stories? Am I going to make a live video? Am I going to write a post? Am I going to post on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? How am I going to purvey this information? And then I've got to follow up with people. Anybody that views my story, I've got to send them a message being like, hey, just curious, that I noticed that you watched my story. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if you've been following me on my weight loss journey, but would you be open to learning more about these peptides? If not, no big deal. On top of creating all this content, it's so much. And I think what I'm going to show you, this is a good example. It's indicative of what goes on in every MLM anyway. All right, this is the first one, daily action planner. Look at this. My 30-day goal, distance from goal. So you're supposed to write this down. In multi-level marketing, they're really big on writing a goal down. They believe that if you write this goal down, that's going to somehow make it, you're going to manifest it. They say that if you write things down, it goes directly into your subconscious. And it's just so stupid, because I remember when I was doing triathlon, I never did any of this shit. None of it. And yet when I got recruited into MLM, I thought this was the only way I could achieve anything. Everything that I had known before, I had evidence that what I was doing, what other people have done, you didn't need to do any of this. Success, you didn't have to imagine success before it happened. I didn't have to do any of that. I didn't have to be in a good mood. I didn't have to jack myself up with Tony Robbins going, do that whole stupid routine. And then I would just get up in the morning, have a coffee, have a poop, have some oatmeal and cottage cheese, not necessarily in that order, and I'd go swimming, and I'd come back, and I'd do whatever. I'd have a nap, go on with my, then go for a run, go for a bike. It was automatic. I didn't have to have it take over my life. It would, when my goals, for doing like participating in triathlon, you just did it, But with MLM, it's got to take on this like heightened thing. So your daily action planner, income generating activities, IGAs. In Monate, it was called IPAs, income producing activities. Make one poster reel, make one offer. That would be, I believe, prospecting someone. So this could be a cold prospect, sending out a message to somebody that you'd have no idea about just because you need to fill this daily action planner. Can you imagine you're going to have 30 or 31 days of this in a little book? You're going to hole punch. You're going to have it in a binder. You're going to be tracking it because this is what you're trained to do. Already, this is exhausting. Connect with 5 to 10 new leads. And how do you expect that's going to happen? You're going to post something in your stories, and people that simply view it or accidentally click on your story, you're going to reach out to them. Is that new leads? Where are all these new leads coming from? Nuts. And you got to make a piece of content every single day. Make one poster reel. Follow up with 5 to 10 potentials. The fortune is in the follow-up. And 3 to 5 stories. Look, they made a spelling mistake. 3 to 5 2 stories or live. So you have to make one poster reel, and you have to make 3 to 5 stories or live. Plus you're prospecting and you're following up. This is just for people that are new, brand new. This is what you're supposed to do to run your business. Making one post or one reel, depending on your level of activity and familiarity with social media, will take a lot of time. The more you are familiar with just the mechanics of it, what button to push, how to record something. If you hit the wrong button and then it saves as drafts and you delete the draft, there's just the mechanics of learning how each platform works. And then there's coming up with content and getting over the discomfort or the reluctance to put yourself out there, which a lot of people are. They're encouraged to just follow this template. This is what you do. And they'll look up to these people that are like, oh, I've made so much money. Don't ask me too many questions that I've brought my whole fucking team over from Modere. And to them, they're just making content, and it's like it's so effortless, and that they are making so much money. It's almost like their experience is completely different than yours, but they must know what they're doing because they're so helpful. They're a leader. They're telling you what to do. They're giving you the blueprint to success. All you need to do is stop questioning and start doing, taking action, be ignorance on fire. So then you're supposed to write down new people I connected with, follow-up list for potential customers or business, new offers I made about product or business. Then we've got tips for success. Set aside dedicated time each day to focus on this list. So you're supposed to connect with 5 to 10 people, follow up with 5 to 10 people, 3 to 5 stories or live, one post or reel. So if you go at the low end of this, you're looking at 4 pieces of content. 4 pieces of content a day at the minimum for Make Wellness. That's a lot. And then you're supposed to make an offer and prospect and follow up. Okay, start your day with a simple win, like sending birthday wishes to your connections. This is a win. It's a win for you that you're dripping on them. You don't genuinely and authentically want to wish someone happy birthday. You might not have wished them happy birthday before, even though you might be connected with them. It might have slipped your mind, but now it's at the top of your mind. Now there's a tip for success, because every relationship, every connection that you have when you're in a cult is a potential to recruit that person into the cult. For you to profit from that relationship, you exploit your social network. So you're going to celebrate a small win by like, woohoo, I wish them a happy birthday. And all you want is to establish a relationship, to introduce what you're up to, this amazing bioactive precision peptide, and hopefully recruit them. This is disgusting. They use birthday greetings, birthday wishes as a win for you. This isn't authentic. This is predatory. Next tip. Don't worry about perfection. Progress is better than no action at all. That's true. Stay consistent with your efforts and remember to track your progress. Next one. Daily power process. Connect. Friend request 5 new people. So this is when you start seeing people in multi-level marketing just go out and just like adding friends. Do you think they take the time to see if this person is something they might actually, establish a relationship, or they're just jumping the gun and being like, I just want to connect with you. I'm going to force a friendship so then I can prospect you and bring you into a multi-level marketing company. This isn't about establishing genuine connections. This is about targeting people and recruiting people. So just friend request 5 people. They're being told what to do. People in multi-level marketing and Make Wellness would not be doing this on their own unless they were told. They have a checklist to do. They'll probably be reporting back in and celebrating their wins and being like, so if you're a person that gets a friend request and you think it's genuine, you're not. You are seen as a money bag, a potential rock star that might rocket this person up who might want to recruit you to the top of the pyramid scheme. You are a tiny bullet point on a checklist of what a Make Wellness participant is advised to do. Friend request 5+ new people. Respond to 5+ friend stories. This is supposed to show that you're active and engaged. And they'll also say some nonsense like this is going to boost your content that you make on the algorithm, because the algorithm will reward you. You can't just be making content, just post and ghost. You need to warm up the algorithm and respond to other people's stories. Like you're genuinely interested in them. So if you're a friend of someone in Make Wellness and you see that they're saying, oh, congratulations on little Johnny's birthday, and you think, wow, that's really nice. They're just doing, again, you're a bullet point on one of these participants' lists. It's not genuine. They don't care. They're acting like they're interested in order to sell you a product. They're doing as they're told. Like, comment, ask a question on 5+ friends posts. How much time do you already think this is taking? They've had to create at the low end 4 pieces of content. They might do a live, and people, that are in MLM and they start to do this because they're in a cult, they're going to always push themselves to do more. So they're going to be making more than 4 pieces of content a day. Then they're supposed to be adding friend request 5 people. Go on to people's stories. How much time are they spending on social media? And they're just blasting through. I've got to do 5+ stories. Okay. So they're just whipping through, trying to find anything to comment on in the hopes that they can sell you a product or recruit you. This isn't genuine. This isn't authentic. This is disgusting. All right, post. Engagement post, lifestyle post, curiosity post. Remember the 8-to-1 rule. 8 lifestyle or engagement posts for every 1 curiosity post. The lifestyle or engagement posts. My life is so incredible. Look at me just walking about my house. I'm a part of the over 99% of people that have been sucked into this pyramid scheme that are losing money. And I'm following the 8-to-1 rule, which everybody knows that people do in multi-level marketing. Sometimes it's like 8-to-1, sometimes it's 10-to-1. It's the same crap. Don't post all the time about your social or about your multi-level marketing business opportunity. Just do this rule. And then you'll see people at the top of these scams, they're posting about the business all the time. So there's confusion. You're like, well, wait a second. How come you're behaving differently rather than what you're telling me what to do? Well, you don't get to ask questions because I'm a millionaire and you're not. Do what I tell you. This could be any MLM. All right, share. Make a social sandwich in your stories every day. Behind the scenes of your life. Make an offer behind the scenes of your life. Behind the scenes of your life. What about privacy? Why do people need to get behind the scenes in your life? What is showing about because you're for sale? People sign up with you. So how many boundaries do you have to erase to show behind the scenes? What are you going to show? That you're putting your makeup on maybe? That might be kind of okay. Are you going to show your children? Is that going to be maybe just peppered into your content? What's behind the scenes? She's going to show you cooking. Why does this now? You cannot talk about the products or the opportunity. You got to start talking about yourself. You have to now be selling yourself, revealing things that you wouldn't have been revealing the week before you even joined this thing. On social media, publicly, for anybody to see, in the hopes that you're going to recruit them and what makes them money. Grow. Take your products every day. Of course, 10 minutes personal development. Move /workout. Create perfect moments. Create perfect. What does that even mean? All right. So then it says your back office, timeisnow.us, team training system, makelaunchsystem.com, prospecting site, previewmake.com. Need a quick post idea, team boards app. Be sure to plug into the weekly Zoom schedule or business demos throughout the week for real-time tips, strategies, and inspiration to grow your business. This is already taking way too much time. I'm blown away by how much I did when I was in MLM. It terrifies me how much it took over my life and what I was able to do. Like just doing nothing, making content. I can make content like nobody's business now, but okay, this is another thing, a resource that's in Team Impact. It's batch creation. So look at this. It's 28 days of ideas that you can use to then make content. So let's just take day 1, Sunday. You're supposed to do this every single day. The theme is mistake, content idea, relying on low-calorie diets to lose fat and build muscle. Tip, ensure your calorie intake supports your muscle growth, not just fat loss. So they're going to be encouraged. It's like, well, if you don't know what to talk about today, you can refer to this handy template. And whatever day of the week is, you can be, well, I'm going to just start following this. And you're going to use this as a guideline to make content about. Talking about something that you really don't know anything about, just because this company has given you this and you're thinking that you're helping people. Monday, myth, women should stick to light weights to avoid injury. Tip, progressive strength training is key to long-term muscle growth. Can you imagine somebody making a piece of content like this? Like nobody's ever heard this before. And I know there's people that haven't heard this before, but for multi-level marketing, like it's just so stupid. I bet you this was created by AI. The third, Tuesday, tips and strategies, 3 ways to enhance your flexibility without sacrificing muscle gains. Tip, balance flexibility work with strength training for optimal mobility and recovery. People that are probably not fitness trainers or nothing, you're going to be training people on how to increase your flexibility without sacrificing muscle gains. I thought you were selling peptides. What does this have to do with peptides? It's almost like you're making content about something that's tangentially related in order then to get a connection with someone. And then you can reach out to them, or maybe ideally they'll reach out to you, and then you can start dripping on them, following up with them, friend requesting their friends. And if you are nice to this person, you're like, well, I'll friend them. And then you don't even know they've gone over like a vulture and they've friend requested all of your friends and they're targeting them, sending them messages too. Unbeknownst to you, you thought, oh, I'm just being nice and supportive. What's the harm in accepting this friend request and liking one of their posts? Only to find out 2 weeks later, you get a message from some friends now because these friends saw that you're friends with this person and they thought, oh, this person must be safe because I really know you. And now this person keeps bugging me. Do you know this person? Like, are you friends with them? Are you affiliated with this company? And you're like, oh my God, no, I don't even know them. I just like them. And then you start to realize, oh my God, I've been used as a gateway to access all of my contacts. And I'm not even supporting this person. Oh, the predatory stuff. I bet you didn't ever think of that. That goes on too. Let's just skip down to a random one. Say the 20th, Friday. Problem. Why am I gaining weight even though I'm working out regularly? Do you think a Make Wellness participant is qualified to speak on this? How many of them are qualified to speak out on this? Consider that weight gain could be due to muscle gain or water retention. Oh yeah, it's the same as fix. You're gaining weight, or it's a non-scale victory. There's inflammation, whatever. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is this 4-week calendar. So now you've got another one. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and you're supposed to tick off the boxes on all the activities that you do for every single day of the week. Do you see that you don't get a day of rest? You have to work every day. It's 24 hours a day. It's always on your mind. And then if you miss one of these and you show your upline, they'll say, well, let's see your 4-week calendar. And they'll be like, I can see a pattern right here. And you're going to think this is amazing coaching. You didn't fill in every single square of everything. That's why you're not growing your business. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be pushed beyond your limits. You're going to be creating so much content, following up with people, prospecting as many people as you can, anybody in your network, anybody that you're connected with. And then you have to log all of this, and then you'll be judged that you're not doing enough, because it's too much to do this and then actually live your life. So look at this: Facebook post, Facebook reel, Facebook story, Instagram post, Instagram reel, Instagram story, Instagram carousel, and TikTok. Okay, wait a second. That's 8. What happened to the first bit about the daily activities? There seems to be contradicting information here. Now I've got to be making 8 pieces of content a day, 7 days a week. That's 56 pieces of content a week. That's on top of any other things that you're supposed to be doing: attending the trainings, plugging into the weekly Zoom calls, maybe doing a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live to get out of your comfort zone. Tips: define your niche, pick 3 to 5 pillars, and rotate those daily, making it as complicated as possible. Are you somebody that is struggling to grow your hair? Are you a busy mom that likes to homeschool and make sourdough? Okay, so then you can make sourdough, you could talk about kids, you could talk about homeschooling, and that will be part of the 8-to-1 ratio, for example. 8 lifestyle. You're going to be adding value, all these tips, and then you can talk about, you might be wondering why I can do all this activity and make amazing sourdough bread and stay at home and homeschool my kids. Well, it's because of this incredible business opportunity. DM me Make for more information. I'm a part of an incredible community of like-minded people. It integrates seamlessly into my day. I've got a 4-week sheet that I fill out every single thing that I do. In fact, you see how much time freedom I have because I'm on social media every flippin' moment of my life talking about how much time freedom I have and how easy this is to work this business. And I'm just creating mindless content. Make a call to action on every post. Wow. Create a daily schedule. Know when you will create batch content and have a specific time each day that you will post. Save your hashtags in your phone notes for easy duplication. This is too much. Questions to ask yourself: did I hit all 3 platforms daily and at least one was a reel? You shouldn't be posting on TikTok. TikTok has made it, they have a in their community guidelines. You're not supposed to be posting for multi-level marketing on it, but people in multi-level marketing companies, and just like Make Wellness, they don't give a fuck. They ignore when somebody tells them no. They ignore the rules. The rules do not apply. So they can explain things away like, well, my multi-level marketing company isn't a pyramid scheme, because if it was, we'd be shut down by now. How do you get out of clear community guidelines saying no multi-level marketing recruitment on this platform? Well, I'm not really recruiting. I'm just giving them tips on how to increase your flexibility without losing muscle gains. You're trying to recruit people. You shouldn't be on TikTok. You're going against the community guidelines. You're being told to go against community guidelines by people that are supposed to have so much integrity. They're at the top of a pyramid scheme, a fraud, big surprise, giving you shitty advice like this. Make sure you hit every platform at least once every day. People in MLMs work their tails off. Did I add value and create original content? So can you imagine? I was there. I made a lot of content. I've talked about this. I'd make 50 pieces of content a day. At least. That's when I was hitting it, because that was my goal. And I'm like, oh yeah, because I was like Gary V too. Make 50 pieces of content a day. I'm like, okay. 4 live videos a day. My Facebook personal account, my business page, Instagram, and TikTok. And then that didn't count my team page. When I would go live there, it wouldn't count my customer group page. I mean, I've gone on about this, how much content I've made. And there's a lot of other people that are making a lot of content too. So, and it's supposed to be original, but say you're just starting into this and they say, well, use our content calendar ideas. So then you start using this ideas and they're like, aha, I can see on your checklist here, you used our 28-day suggested schedule. Is that original content? It's not original content. And that's why you didn't rank up last month. There's always going to be something that it's your fault in one of these scams. Did I repurpose content to save time? Did I turn real content into a carousel on IG at least one time this week? Repurpose old reels. Oh, here we go. Call to action ideas. Save this post for later. Double tap if you learned something. Let me know in the comments if. Hit the save button so you don't forget. Comment the word whatever for more info. That's a brutal one. Tag a friend who needs to see this. Don't tag me. Don't tag people. Don't tag people in an MLM post. It's a quick block. Share this with a friend who. Share to your page to have it pop up as a reminder 1 year from now. I don't think that's a good suggestion because you're probably not going to be in this MLM a year from now. And then when they do pop up, you're going to be embarrassed to be like, oh God, I can't believe I asked people to share this for a year from now. DM for details. That's always a popular one. DM for discount. Hit like button if. Follow for more content like this. Link in bio. All right, here's another one. This shows content worksheet, my niche, who I'm trying to attract, and your pillars. And so then you're supposed to write that down. So say, the sourdough, whatever, homeschooling mom, you could do things like that, fill this in. So then week 1, week 2, look, you're supposed to write all this stuff down and then your content ideas. So much work. It's too much work. People who own their own businesses, actual businesses, don't do this much posting. It's excessive. It's just too much. You shouldn't have to be all over the place, and it's just you. You're just one person. You're not a startup. You're trying to recruit people and you're trying to make it like it's so easy. And this is way too much work. The creative energy expenditure, the cost that it takes to be able to start doing this, to tick these boxes, it's a lot. I remember when I began making more and more content, it would fuel me up I'd get really like a lot of energy. But the physical toll, it's a different kind of energy expenditure. It's not like going for a run. It's not like a physical output. It's this creative output that's just as draining. Like you need to recover from it. And to constantly be with this you have to hit these benchmarks. You have to hit every single platform. You have repurpose the reel to save time. This is taking a lot longer than 1 hour every day. And then they're suggesting in Make Wellness, with these documents anyway, to schedule a certain time every single day. So there goes your time freedom. Time freedom isn't necessarily just having all the time in the world to do whatever you want. It can also be time freedom. You're like, well, today I'm going to sleep in because I have today off. And then tomorrow I'm very busy. I'm packed. I can't do anything. And then the next day I'm wide open. So you can move things around to what you're going to do in your life, right? So you need to get your winter tires put on. You need to go to the doctor. The doctor's, 45 minutes away. And I have to go to the dentist appointment, but there was just a blizzard, so I need to reschedule. But with this, it's like schedule a time every day and make sure that you hit every platform and make sure you're doing all these stories. And it's too much. You don't have a chance against this. If you think that this is helpful to grow your business, all this is doing is tying you deeper and deeper into this cult, into this commercial cult. You don't have the time to think because you have to fill out what the people that you followed up with. Did you make a new offer or not? There's so many things here that even if you were to bang through and fulfill every single one, your upline is going to find out something that you're doing wrong and something that you could have done better, according to them, who is probably doing a fraction of what you're doing in activity. And they'll be telling you that you're not doing it right, even though you could be better at them making content or prospecting with people. It's just because they've brought over a schwackload of people from Modere because they've been invited to start at the beginning of a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, acting like a leader, giving you all this activity to do, and then criticize you, talk about it that it's being helpful, and not even knowing what the definition of a scheme of pyramid selling is. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.